Hi, and welcome everyone to this celebration of the spring equinox. So the equinox happens twice a year when the days and the nights are equal length, and this one is the spring. So we're moving from darkness into the light, and it's a time of balance. But perfect balance doesn't last very long. So the days and the nights are only equal for one day and one night. But there's an energy of light and dark balancing each other out. And so we're going to play with balancing our energies throughout our poses, through our breath, through our awareness, and through experimentation and see how it feels. Because balance isn't like a state that you achieve and then it's static and it's always there. It's always in flux. And we might balance what feels like a perfect balance for a few seconds, or even maybe up to a minute, but we're always having to adjust. So we're going to play with that adjustment and trying to create a feeling of balancing evenly, maybe from front to back, from side to side, and just in all different ways. So let's start by doing a breathing practice called box breathing. So where the inhale, the pause between the inhale and the exhale and the pause between the exhale and the inhale are all equal lengths. So we're going to start doing that with a count of 5 for all those different sides of the box. And I'm going to guide you through 2 rounds, and then you can do 2 rounds on your own. You can lengthen those rounds if you like, and just see what it feels like to balance, like really consciously balance out all the different aspects of the breath. The inhale, the pause between the inhale and the exhale, and the pause between the exhale and the inhale. So start by actually even noticing your sit bones. Are they even onto the floor? Are you kind of leaning a little bit to one side or the other side? See if you can create a feeling of your sit bones being equally weighted and your shoulders being equal as well. So like I have a tendency for my left shoulder to lift up. So I'm just trying to see if I can relax it and make things feel equal. And just take a few breaths without counting in and out, just tapping into the energy of your breath. And then we'll begin. So on your next inhale, inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Do 2 more rounds on your own, counting whatever count you want for the inhales and the exhales, just making it equal. And when you finish your 2 rounds, stop counting, notice how you feel, and notice if you feel a little more balanced from just balancing out your breath. And just take a few more breaths. Just paying attention to your breath and noticing if the inhales and the exhales still feel equal or if it's shifted a little bit. Now gently open your eyes and let's come onto our hands and knees in tabletop. Spread your fingers nice and wide and do a gentle gripping of the mat, like you're trying to pull energy from the earth up into your fingers, into the center of the palm of your hands, up into your shoulders. And stretch your left leg back. Press into your big toe mound so that you feel your belly lifting. And then float your left leg up and your right arm forward. Point your toes and now reach equally forward and equally back. Notice if that helps you to balance a little bit easier. And now we're going to bend our elbow on our knee, like pulling the elbow back, pressing the knee forward, and with the option to straighten your arm and your leg and really reach out from side to side. Then come back to bending your elbow and your knee and stretching forward, trying to find that equal forward reach and backward reach. And exhale, arm and leg out to the side. Option to straighten your arm and your leg. Bend your knee and your elbow again, and then reach forward. One more time. So elbow and knee out to the side. See if you can find a balance there. And then maybe straighten your leg, straighten your arm. Bend your elbow and your knee again. And reach your arm forward and your leg back. And come on back down. That was pretty challenging for me. I don't know if it was for you or not. So just take a moment to just move around. And we'll play with the other side. Stretch your right leg back. Lift your right leg up and your left arm up and forward. Then reach back through your right toes, reach forward through your left fingers. And bend your elbow and your knee, reach out to the sides. Option to straighten your elbow and your knee. And come back to bent elbow and knee. And reach forward and back equally. So again, bend your elbow and your knee out to the side. Option to straighten. And bend again. And reach forward and back. One more time. Bend your elbow and your knee. Reach both out from side to side. And maybe straighten your arms, straighten your leg. And bend your elbow and your knee again. Reach forward and back. And lower your hand and your knee down and just let your body move around, just randomly. Now we're going to play with cat-cow and feeling the movement grow from the place where we initiate. So let's start with the tailbone curling upward, the ribs starting to sink down, chest growing forward, and chin lifting up. Now starting at the tailbone again, start to curl the tailbone under, letting the low back rise, middle back, upper back, until your head just kind of dangles toward the floor with your chin tucking towards your chest. And again, starting at your tailbone, start to curl up. Slowly reaching forward. And then again, initiated with the tailbone, curl under. And let's count. Let's count to a count of 7 and see if we can make the curling and the rounding about equal. So inhale, lifting the tailbone for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, curl up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time. Inhale, curl up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Tuck your toes. Stretch your hips up and back into downward facing dog. And see if you can plant evenly into both hands, right hand and the left hand. And you can move one leg at a time or both together. But notice if your legs feel even in terms of does one leg feel a little bit more open and flexible? Does the other leg feel tighter? Or do they feel kind of even? It's not unusual for the legs to feel different, for both sides of our body to feel different. And think of lifting up through your arms evenly, gripping with the fingers. Maybe press your knees forward and then reach your heels back. Lift up through your belly. Come up onto your tiptoes and walk your feet forward to your hands. Come up onto your fingertips, lift and spread all your toes and keep them spreading apart as you lower down. See
See if you can press evenly into the mound of the big toe and the mound of the pinky toe and the center of your heel. Press down through both feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands together, coming to your heart center. Just take a moment to pause and relax. And notice if the weight in your feet feel different, or even like if one knee feels different than the other, one calf feels different than the other. Just notice, like, do both sides of your body feel more equal and even, or again, a little bit uneven? And if they feel uneven, is there anything you can do to kind of even that feeling up? Find maybe a little more balance. Maybe not perfect balance is possible, but maybe a little bit more even balance is possible. Now on your next inhale, reach your arms up. Keep your left arm lifting, lower your right hand down, your right leg, and then start to reach across with your left fingers as you reach your ribs, left ribs out to the left and push into your right foot. Inhale back up, reach your right arm up to meet the left. Keep your right arm lifting, lower the left hand down by your side, push into your right foot and reach down your left leg, shift your ribs over to the right and keep reaching across with your right arm. We'll do that one more time each side. So come back up to center so your arms feel more or less even. Then reach your right arm down your right leg, press into your left foot. Try and see if you can keep equal energy in both feet, even though like you're kind of being pulled off your left foot in a way. Good, inhale back up, reach your right arm up, lower the left arm down, and press into your right foot. Reach out through your right side body. Reach down through your left hand and across through your right arm. Try and even the weight between both feet. And come on back up again. Reach both arms up. On your exhale, forward fold. Place your hands down, step back into plank. Let's see if you can use your legs as much as you're using your arms. So hug your legs in, push into your big toe mound, keep your belly lifted, and reach your tailbone back towards your heels as you reach your chest and the top of your head forward. Slowly lower down. Point your toes, curl up into your cobra. And just take your time to roll up. Notice if you're pushing more into one hand or the other hand. And see if for now you can make them equal and feel like your hands are being magnetized towards each other. Then grip down through each fingertip and press down through your toes. Keep curling up into your cobra. And lead with your heart, slowly lower down. Hug your arms in, hug your legs in, lift up and back to downward facing dog. And just move around here randomly. On your next inhale, reach your right leg up. Lift up on your left toes, reach up through your right toes. Let your right foot pull you back a little bit and lift the right inner thigh. So you have a little bit of an internal rotation. And squeeze your heel to your hip and squeeze your knee to your chest. Step your foot forward. Rotate the back heel down and in for warrior one. Rise up. Now, depending on the angle of your back foot, you may be able to turn your hips a little more forward to the front of the room or a little bit off at a diagonal, but think of pushing through the back heel and reaching forward through the front knee. So you have those two opposite actions kind of maybe canceling each other out or equaling out, creating a very deep stretch maybe in your back leg. And now see if you can lift your heart up a little bit. Then start to press forward off your back foot as you reach your heart forward. Bring your arms back and your leg back and really reach out through your toes, reach forward through your chest. almost like you're flying like Superman or Superwoman. Now, as you pull your knee and reach your arms up, squeeze your knee up into your chest. And just as much as you're trying to lift your left knee, push down into your right foot and reach up through your fingertips. Then start to reach back. Start to open up the hips, coming into Warrior Two. Again, reach out evenly through both hands. Press down evenly into both feet. Inhale, reach up and back. So reach the back arm forward and the forward arm back. And switch directions. And think that you want to reach evenly in both directions. Notice how that feels. Try and keep your feet equally weighted. And one more time, each direction. And this time we'll reach back, reverse or warrior. So push into your back foot, drive forward through your front knee, reach back through your right arm. And then we'll cartwheel the arms and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up. Again, reach back through your toes. So your fingers are keeping energy moving forward. Then hug your heel into your hip, hug your knee into your chest, step your foot all the way forward. Rotate the back heel down and in for Warrior One. Rise up. Again, think of pushing into the back heel, driving forward with the front knee. Maybe a little inner spiral, internal rotation of the back leg. Maybe a little external rotation of the front hip. And then press down evenly through both feet. As the feet press down, lift your heart up and reach your fingers back. And just play here. Just find those little balance points, like different energies to try and equal out the downward energy, the upward energy, the forward energy, and the backward energy. And start to press forward off your back foot, floating the back leg up, reaching your chest forward and your toes back for Warrior Three. And draw your knee forward as you reach your arms up. Squeeze your knee up, press your foot down, reach up. And then externally rotate your legs, step back into Warrior Two. Adjust your feet. Press down into both feet. Reach your arms forward and back equally. Moving with your breath. Trying to keep that sense of being balanced front and back. Downwards and upwards. And next time you reach back, reverse your warrior. So keep reaching your left knee forward as you reach back through your left arm. And cartwheel the arms, step back, downward facing dog. Just move around here in whatever way feels good to you. The spring has a feeling of lightness, like both in terms of light and dark, and in terms of just a light energy, like a cheerful energy. Then walk your feet forward to your hands. Lift and spread your toes. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Step back into plank. Hug your legs in, activate your arms and your core, slowly lower down. Rise up into your cobra. Lower down. Press back, down dog. So now we're going to play with stepping forward from our down dog split, and really stepping right up into tree pose. So on your next inhale, reach your right leg up. And hug your knee into your chest. Step your foot forward. Press into your right foot. Reach your arms up, spread the fingers. Press down into your right foot. Reach up through your chest. And feel like you're blossoming like a tree. Now reach your left hand to your left foot. Start to kick back with your foot as you reach forward through your fingers, your right fingers. Coming into dancer pose, Natarajasana. And then slowly start to release, keeping that feeling of balance between your hand and your foot. Pull your knee up. And lower your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sweep your left leg up. Hug your knee into your chest, and as you step forward, start to lift up, coming into tree pose. Find those equal actions, spread the fingers, lift the chest, press down into your foot. And then start to bring your right hand down, grab a hold of your right foot. Start to kick back as you reach forward. As you come out, start to slowly come out, trying to keep a balanced energy. Reach your right knee up, and then lower your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. So let's try that again. Practicing, learning as we go. See if you can make it maybe a little bit smoother this time. I know mine was a little bit shaky, stepping into right away, stepping into tree pose. But just steady your intention. Create a feeling of lightness. So reach your right leg up. And as you step it forward, just kind of spring up into your tree pose. And reach your left hand down, grab your foot from the inside or the outside, it really doesn't matter. But think of kicking back and reaching forward equally. And then as you release, try and keep that equal pressure. Forward and back. Oop. Slowly reach your leg back up. And lower your hands down, this time into standing splits. So reach your left leg up and step it back to downward facing dog. Remember to have that little spring in your step as you step forward into tree pose. So inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Rising up into your tree pose. Then bring your right hand back. Reach for your right foot. Kick back as you reach forward for Natarajasana dancer pose. Now, as you come out, it's really important to keep that energy more or less equal. Draw your right knee up. Lower your hands down as you float your right leg up, coming into standing splits and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, step it all the way forward. Spin on your feet, coming into a wide-legged forward fold, and start to bend from side to side. And maybe if you have this in your practice, you can lower your hips almost to the floor, lifting your right toes up. Then, your left toes up. Then reach your right arm out to the right And reach your left arm over and across. Bring your hand down. Now push into your right foot. Come over to the left. Sink down. So you don't have to sink this far. Just sink down as far as feels safe to you. And reach out to the left with your left hand. Reach up and to the right with your right hand. And press down. Come back up. And just glide from side to side. And heel toe your feet in. Come on into a squat. Bring your hands together. Press your hands evenly into each other. And think that you're rising up from your sit bones all the way up through the crown of your head. And slowly lower your hips down. Reach your arms forward. As you lower down, lower your back to the floor and hug both knees into your chest. Now, we're going to do just a simple twist. So, notice when you twist that to keep your knees even really takes you into a super deep twist. So, you can adjust it as you want. If you have something to put between your knees, like a yoga block or a folded towel or just something that you can squeeze into, that could be nice, but not necessary. So let's start by bringing our legs at 90 degrees. So our hips and our knees are at 90 degrees. Now hug your legs into each other, whether you've got anything in between your knees or not. Keep squeezing your legs in towards each other and twist over to your right. And you can turn your head to the left. And maybe if you want to try and keep your knees even, if you want to go for a deeper stretch, try and even up your knees. You can reach your left knee across. And see if you can relax your left shoulder. Turning your head to the left really helps. And you can always bring your hands to your knees to kind of check out, Now they don't have to be even, and for some people that might be too much. It might not even be healthy. So just know that if you want to work towards stacking your knees, that's an option. If you want to just relax here, that's also an option. And just see if you can give yourself a little internal massage with your breath. Make little adjustments and see if you can just relax into this. So if you're a little tight like I am, it's going to require you to keep adjusting to keep your knees stacked evenly. But balance doesn't always have to mean everything is like equal length or equal this or that. Sometimes we create balance by just relaxing just enough so that we can balance our energy and maybe take this time to really relax. Let's come back onto our backs by pulling your left hip back to the floor, coming back up. Maybe shift your hips to the right a little bit, and you can play with squeezing your knees, your feet into each other, and twist over to your left. So right away you can see that my knees are not equal, they're not even. That's okay, I'm going to slide over. Now I could strive to make them a little more even, taking me into a deeper twist just to play with it and see how that feels. It might feel good, it might feel like, nope, I want to relax a little bit more.
Notice your breath, if the inhale and the exhale are even, or if one is longer than the other. Let's come back onto our backs by pulling the right hip back to the floor. Center yourself on your mat. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. And just start to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And come back to center. Give yourself a hug. And we'll just do a little mini savasana to balance out the effort with surrender. Let your whole back relax on the earth, on the floor. And see if you can even feel the magnetism of the earth drawing your body downward. On the top of your body that's off the ground, see if you can feel like a sense of lightness and spring freshness. Focus on your breath again, making the inhale and the exhale equal lengths, just to find a balanced energy. You're welcome to stay here longer, but I wanted to make this a fairly short practice so that even if you're busy, you would have time to kind of just celebrate the spring equinox, the beginning of spring. I'll start to bring some magic movement into your fingers and your toes. So maybe you reach your hands way over your head and maybe you stretch out your toes. And then you could hug your knees into your chest and maybe gently rock yourself up. Relax your hands on your thighs. And again, just notice how you're sitting. Right sit bone to left sit bone to right sit bone. Shoulder to shoulder, ear to ear. And just see if you can find a sense of a light, easy balance. Please bring your hands together in front of your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today in this celebration of the spring equinox, of spring energy, of being in balance. And I would love it if you would leave me a comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and see you again soon. Bye.